What's going on, dudes? Nick here, or RGA Gaming, and welcome back to another awesome video. Today, guys, I've got something super exciting to show you, and I guarantee it's something that not a lot of you have probably ever even heard of, let alone seen. And that is how to make a portal to get into the void. Now, this is something that I just found out about the other day, so I want to show you guys all how to get there. And you're probably like, RGA, if you want to get to the void, all you got to do is go into, like, the end, or plow through the bedrock at the bottom of the world, and then you're there. And that's actually not the void I'm talking about. It's actually connected to that void. That void leads to this area, but you die before you ever get there. And I'm going to take you there. I'm going to show you how to get there, and it's actually really simple. Right now I'm just on a single-player world in creative, and there's a reason I'm doing it in single-player, so make sure to stick around to the end because I'm going to show you guys what the difference is between just a single-player world and a world that is on a big server, and why big servers often lag. So, yeah, let's go ahead. Let's get into this. So what I did is I already dug down to bedrock here, and I made a room that is 6 blocks by 6 blocks by 2 blocks tall. And the reason is you need an inside space for this portal of 4 by 4, and you need glass blocks here for the outside, which are going to be the portal frames. And once I place all these along the very outside edge, you're going to see what I mean by the 4 by 4 portal frame. And there we go. So right now you'll see that on the inside you have 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks going that way, and you got 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks going this way. So that's why the room is 6 by 6, but the inside portal is actually only 4 blocks. Now, this is actually really simple to make if you have creative, because normally if you come down to the bedrock layer, it kind of looks something more like this. Like you'll see pieces that randomly go up like that, and then you'll see little holes like that, and it's just very uneven. So like in our normal Minecraft world, you'll pretty much never find an area that is this flat. So that's why currently I'm in creative, because in a super flat world, it's already flattened out for us. And that is actually the key to this portal. It has to be a flat area. And that's why if you try doing this in just a regular world, it's not going to work, because it has to be flat. So now that we know that it has to be flat, we've got our portal down here. And it's actually a really simple portal to make. You just need 2 other things. You need a beacon. So we grab a beacon real quick, and I'm going to grab a bucket of lava. There we go. And the beacon has to go in a very specific corner. So this might be part of the reason that it might not work for you guys. So don't skip ahead, guys, because this is the stuff that you miss when you skip ahead in these videos. I get lots of comments like, RGA, it didn't work, and it's like, okay, did you watch the entire video, or did you just skip to the end where I light the portal and it opens up? So I need to find out which direction is north. So that is east. So that means this is north here. The beacon has to go in the northeast corner. So that is north, that's east. So this is the corner between them. So we put that there, and that is it. Guys, all we have to do now is take our lava and just fill in every other single little block in here. So I'm just going to try to do this real quick before they fill in, because once they start moving, it gets really hard to see which blocks you've already filled in. And I think I've gotten these ones. Oh, crap. Ah, get out of the lava. There we go. Let me let that settle for a sec. Okay. So this is the last block that we've got left here. As soon as I fill this in, this portal's going to open. The beacon will get consumed in this process, so it does actually finally give a use for beacons other than just giving out effects. So as soon as I click on this, then the portal will open, and it'll look kind of familiar. You guys will probably have seen this portal before, but it's going to take you to a different place. So here we go. And there we go. Awesome. Guys, look at that. We have opened the portal. We are ready to go into the void, and like I said, it kind of looks familiar. If you first look at it, you're going to be like, RGA, this is just an end portal. But if you look, it's got different colors than a normal end portal has. And if you've ever been in the end and you've looked down into the void, then you'll notice that that's actually the void down there, and all those little colors and the little blocks are actually items that have been lost into the void. And you're probably like, what does that mean? What do you mean all the items are in there? That's actually what the void's purpose is. And I'm going to explain that here in a second. So before we jump in, I just want to show you guys something cool about the void that you probably didn't know. And I'm going to do this up here. I'm just going to put 4 objects around the corners. You don't have to put them on the corners. They can go anywhere. I'm just going to do this to show you guys how this actually works. So we're going to put the glass block there, and then we're going to come over and put like the bedrock over here, and we're going to put the beacon over here, and the lava bucket over there. And why is this important? Let me show you what happens when we actually go into the void. So let's just jump on in. All right, guys, awesome. So we are now in the void. Wow, that portal is so loud. And you'll notice something different. So right now, you're just looking at the bottom side of the bedrock. Now, you're probably wondering why everything is upside down, and that is because in the void, everything is flipped. So in the overworld, the void looks like it's dark, but in the void, the overworld looks like it's dark. So let me see if I can rotate this screen real quick in my video editing program, which I should be doing right now. There we go. So hopefully it's right side up for you guys. But yeah, so what happens is every time you drop an item in Minecraft, it despawns. And you're probably thinking like, okay, well, once it despawns, the game destroys it. And that's actually not true. What happens is it then appears in the void. So once something disappears in the overworld, it comes down here. And now normally these villagers down here actually are loot collectors. What they do is they walk around and they start collecting the loot. So if I look at this, I've got the glass, and you're going to notice that these are in opposite order that they were on the surface because everything down here was flipped. So what would normally happen is these villagers would see the loot and they would go pick it up. And that's their entire job on the server. Now, what's cool about this is on multiplayer servers, there's tons of loot everywhere. Now, the void is actually a lot smaller than the overworld. The overworld is very big. The void, you can pretty much see the edge all the way around. But basically, everything that gets dropped in the overworld comes and spawns down here. Now, the point of the villagers is they collect all the loot and they recycle it into the server. Because if you think about it, what would be harder to do on the server? Would it be harder to take an object, like if I gave him the bedrock, and let him pick up the bedrock and give it back to a player if they wanted a bedrock? Or would it be harder to create an entirely new bedrock block and give it to the player? And that's what Mojang did when they created this game, was they created the void so that the villagers can actually go out and give items that are previously destroyed. So if you throw it into fire, if you throw it into portals, if you throw it out and it just despawns, it drops down here, and they will come collect it all, which I think is pretty awesome. Now, why is that important? Now, think about it this way. You could see pretty much, I think there's 6 of them in here. So we got a white, brown, another brown, a purple, and a brown. Okay, so we've got 5 villagers down here, and that's all that this has. This is just a single-player world, and this is all the loot collectors that I have on here. Now, what's interesting is that on multiplayer servers, you still only have 5, which means the more players you have, the more work that these guys have to do. They have to constantly run around and pick up the items. And that's why a lot of times on bigger servers, you get a lot of lag, because there's only 5 of these guys. And think about a server that has like 10, 20,000 people on it. That's a lot of items getting dropped all the time, and these guys can only pick up so many items at a time before they have to recycle it into the creative inventory. Now, it was proven in another video that you can actually deplete an item from the creative inventory if you have enough people on your server, all in creative, taking those items and dropping them in the overworld at the same time. I can't do it here. I'm only one person. I think you need like 50 people or something like that. But if you all just go into the inventory and just start getting stacks of stone and dropping it out, what's going to happen is it's going to take it all out of the creative inventory, and the only way you can get more is once it all despawns, the villagers will actually come, pick it up, recycle it, and then you can go back into your creative inventory. Now, what will happen is that this spot here will change into a little circle with a red X, and you won't be able to get that item until it's replenished by the villagers. So like I said, if we throw it out here, they're not able to pick it up until it completely despawns, which is why these items here they didn't pick those up there, because they didn't despawn yet. We just threw them out there. But if we let it sit there long enough, they would come and pick them up. And like I said, so that's the void. That's pretty much it. All items in Minecraft that fall into the void, every time a player dies and their items despawn, it all ends up down here. And these guys have to run around and they have to pick it up, and that's their whole job. So let's go ahead and hop on to one of our servers. Let's go on to factions, because a lot of people die on the factions server. And you'll see a huge difference between this server here and the faction server. So I'm going to hop on there, but that's all you have to do to make the portal. You have to find the little super flat area of bedrock, make a 6x6 glass frame, put the beacon in the northeast corner, and then fill the rest with lava, and hop in. And then you're in here. Now, if you want to go back, all you got to do is hop in there, and you can go back to the other world. And I think that's what we're going to end up doing. There's really nothing else in this world. There's no one on here. It's a single-player map, so it's not like we're going to see little item stacks pop up all over. Yeah, so let's hop back out, and then we will go over to the other server. So yeah, this is my single player map. So I'm gonna hop out of here and go back to my faction server. Man, this thing is so loud. So hold on, let me get to my faction server. Whew, that is loud. All right, guys. Well, I am back on my faction server, and you can see there's just stuff everywhere out here. The little villagers are trying to collect it all, but they've got way too much stuff out here. Like I said, they have to wait until they can drop their inventories and clear it, and they are just not even able to create space for any of the stuff. There's so much stuff out here. You can see where people's bases were destroyed and raided. There's enchanting tables and diamond blocks and diamonds and diamond armor, iron armor, just all kinds of stuff all over here. And this is exactly why bigger servers start to lag, because the more people that die... Oh, look at that. A chest plate just popped up over there. Oh my god, this is crazy. But yeah, the NPCs don't have enough space to carry all this stuff. And yeah, I mean, I could come down here and just grab tons of, like... Look at all this stuff. This is crazy. Grass, blocks, stone. Oh my god. Wow, mob spawners. Holy crap, this is a lot of mob spawners. You guys have blown up a lot of mob spawners on this server, apparently. But, I mean, there's just so much stuff here. This is ridiculous. Like I said, nothing ever goes to waste in Minecraft. They don't ever let anything just disappear because they want to use as much memory as they can reasonably. And the reason they don't add more villagers to collect it is because if they do that, it costs more memory. So that's why a lot of times you hear server owners talking about RAM and memory issues. It's just because each villager takes so much memory, they can only hold so many items in memory before they start running slower, and then the slower they run, the less items they can pick up and claim, and it sucks. So that's why servers lag. There's really not much you can do about it. Like I said, you could try to put more villagers down here, but it'll just take more memory and run like crap. But yeah, so that, guys, is how you get to the Void. And if you have a server, definitely try to get into the Void there, because you could actually collect all the stuff that people destroy. And it's kind of a cool way, because if someone's like, oh, they destroyed my sword, they threw it in lava, all you have to do is go down here quickly before one of the villagers picks it up, and you can get their sword and other items back. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you're able to get this to work. And I hope you guys like this video. I mean, if you made it this far in the video, you got to realize that, I mean, this video is a joke, guys, so take it easy. Please don't go too hard on me. But I hope you had fun on the way, the whole journey to this point here. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you again next time. Goodbye.